Hey everybody, it's me, Erin and Elyse. Welcome to another episode of Erin's Eats. Oh my gosh, it's actually cool outside and I'm getting fall fever, everybody. I already had chili this week. I had soup for lunch today. I'm burning fall scented candles. Super excited. Even though the actual official start to fall is not till I think next Friday. Today's recipe is coming from my grandmother's collection. We are actually going to be making apple casserole with oatmeal topping. I think it's kind of similar to a cobbler, but made with oatmeal instead of regular cobbler topping. Let's go on and get started by putting on an apron. I've resisted and I've not put out my fall decoration yet. My little leaves and pumpkin-y things. Guess what? It will be happening soon. I think this is my favorite season out of all the seasons. So, to make this apple casserole, you need some apples. This recipe, I'm not sure how old it is, but they didn't get too specific in their measurements and whatnot. So, I just had to guesstimate some things. For example, it said 3 to 6 apples chopped. I ended up using about 4 small to medium apples. I chopped them into like little cubey pieces, and I also peeled the apples. Even though it didn't say to, I'm just assuming that's probably for the best. It's about, I know this is not for this is like a wet ingredient cup, but I would assume this is between 3 and 4 cups of chopped apples. I just made sure, I dumped them and made sure it filled the casserole that I'm gonna bake it in, like the bottom part of it. Before we put the apples in, we need to grease or spray our casserole. You could use the butter method where you color on it, but this is fine. So basically, you just want to put your apples in there after you've greased it. You know, it's a good base. And then we gotta sprinkle a little bit of stuff on top of our apples. First thing we're gonna sprinkle 3/4 a cup of sugar. So we're just gonna seems like a lot. Oh, it seems like a lot now that I put it in there. We're also gonna add a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I friggin' love cinnamon. It smells amazeballs. Carefully sniff it. Don't do, because then it would go straight up your nostrils and I think would be most uncomfortable. And then get you a good teaspoon. Sprinkle that over your apples and sugar. Go ahead, mix that up. Make sure all your apples are coated evenly in your cinnamon and sugar. Here's what comes next, and I think it makes me laugh because it's just it doesn't really tell you what to do. You mix that and then it says add some flour. Doesn't say how much, doesn't say if you mix it in or if you just sprinkle it. Here's how I'm gonna interpret that. I'm gonna get myself a spoon. This is a tablespoon size. I'm gonna get my sack of flour and I'm just gonna sprinkle flour over the top of it because I don't quite know. Maybe I'll mix it actually. I don't know. I guess it's so it'll help it thicken. So I would say I just added about, not quite 2 full tablespoons, but close to it. And now I'm just gonna kind of spread it-ish. Good enough. Now we're gonna make the oatmeal topping. Deliciousness. Sorry that I'm itchy, but I am. I don't know. I didn't put on enough lotion or something. So get yourself a mixing bowl and add stuff to it. You need a cup of oatmeal. Just plain old oatmeal. 1/4 a cup of brown sugar. 1/3 a cup of flour. And then 1/2 a cup of melted butter, which again means melt a whole stick of butter or margarine. I already put mine in the microwave. I just gotta melt it. Now would be a good time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I'm I'm gonna dump my mostly melted butter into my oatmeal mixture. Stir it up. Basically, it's like once you mix this together, put it on top of your apples and then you bake it. But that's all there is to go over this casserole. I don't know. I'm gonna just not dump the whole thing at one time, but kind of spoon it over it and then spread it, maybe. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm taking a scoop, plopping it, and then kind of spread it. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I'm not being real exact. Make sure you get as much of it covered as possible. Alright, that looks pretty good. Can you see? That's pretty covered. So that's all you gotta do. Once you got your thing assembled, put it in your oven and bake it for an hour, supposedly. I really hope it doesn't take a full hour, but that's what the recipe says. So we're just gonna keep an eye on it and a smell out for it, because sometimes things cook faster. So in we go. Okay, we're back. This actually did take an entire hour to bake, which means it was not ready before Adam had to leave for rehearsal. So it is now close to midnight and we're gonna taste of it. But it's okay, because who doesn't like a little late night treat, right? As you can see, it looks like, I don't know, kind of cobblery. Also, can you look at this onesie?
What are you?
I'm a fighter pilot of Star Wars, of the Rebel Alliance. I know things. I know what I am. I wouldn't put on things if I didn't know what I was representing. But yeah, so this is it. It smells like apple pie. I'm gonna scoop out a little bit and heat it up real fast so we can taste of it. We're gonna be fancy.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi, look.
You beginner luck.
Did you catch it?
No. Doggies are coming. This is not for dogs. Look at it in this nice little dish. Put a little scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. Ooh. Come on, taste tester, let's do it. Look, Mary dances with the dogs. Oh. Come on, Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Taste of it.
It smells good.
Let me tell you something. You're not gonna need a fall candle when you're baking this, because it makes the house smell so good. Blow on it a little bit.
Gosh, you're gonna get me fat, woman.
Do you really like it?
That's real good. Gosh, just look at that. Look at that goodness right there. Right
It's about to drop low.
there. I got it. Oh, that goopy. Oh my gosh.
It's really good. At first I thought it was going to be like cobbler, and I guess it's a little tiny bit, but it's exactly what it is.
What?
It's apples with an oatmeal topping, like cinnamon apples. Like if you ever get those at Cracker Barrel, the cinnamon apples, if you put like an oatmeal topping on that, like a crust, like it's that brown sugar, the cinnamon, like it's just perfect. You know, lurk in the corner and eat it all.
I can't have no more. It's so good, but it is very sweet.
I might cut back on the amount of sugar, or I should have added more apples.
I could probably do with a little less sugar, but again, I don't eat a lot of sugar anyway. So most people probably wouldn't care if they put less sugar in or not. But it's good though.
I like the texture of like the oatmeal with the
with the apples,
gooey sticky apples, and the sauce that it made.
It's good. You done? Ooh.
Good recipe, Grandma.
Good recipe, Grandma.
You taste like cinnamon.
You taste like goodness.
Aww. The dogs are like, where's my taste? Look, especially that one. That chubby bunny. Well, thanks as always for tuning in to another episode of Erin's Eats. Do you also go crazy for fall? The official start is not until next week, but as soon as it cools off just a little bit, I'm like, I want to pull out all my flannel shirts. I want the house to smell cinnamony and pumpkin-y and apple-y, and I want to sit with a blankie and be cozy and cuddly. I just really think it is my favorite season. So, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time with another recipe. Bye.